So I have a whole bunch of what I like to call chicken scraps from all of the prep work I've done with my chicken. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make this kind of a universal chicken, and you can either put it on salads or use it as like chicken snack time. So what I'm going to be doing is I have my olive oil, I have salt, I have parsley flakes, I have my pepper, garlic and onion powder. All of the seasonings are optional just because it is your palette you're going to be working with. So I'm just going to be cutting these into a little bit of a smaller piece. Like I like this piece a lot. Maybe I'll cut this in half just for easy cooking. Now we don't really need to weigh any of this because this is just our little leftover bits. I just want like little kind of strips so I can put it like on a salad or like last minute things I can do with it. But I'm going to marinate it so it tastes nice. So like this piece, I just think it's a little too big, so let's cut it in half. Perfect. I like these pieces. And then I'm just throwing it in a container because that's what I'm going to be marinating everything in. You can use a bag if you like, but I like a container because it's easy to label, and the only leakage is if you tip it over. So I'm just going to be prepping all my chicken. I have my wet hand and my dry hand. This is going to be touching all the chicken, and this won't touch any chicken. I'm also using my yellow cutting board to signify this is my poultry board. So you have your green one for vegetables, your blue one for seafood, and your red one for red meats. So just cutting poultry on my poultry board. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So this has like dingle dingles on it. Now I don't want the fat, so I'm going to leave the fat off to the side. But I'll take all the little chicken bits. Now this is a vein, so this is really chewy. Actually, looks like a vein. I'm going to cut around this so we don't get this chewy bit, because I want it to cook up nicely. And then I can see where this ends on the breast, and voila. So I have all my chicken leftovers. I'm going to put this away and wash my hands so I can marinate and I don't do any cross-contamination. So I have all of my chicken scraps all in here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding all of my dry, then my wet. So you can do this with any marinade. You can just put your whatever in the bag or in the container and then add your seasonings and marinade. That way you don't have to use as many containers. So I'm going to go in with my garlic powder, and because this is just a generic seasoning, I'm just going to eyeball it. Not going to put too much of anything on, because whatever I cook it for, I can always add more, but I just want to let it hang out. So I'm doing a little bit of onion powder just for a little flavor. I have my white pepper I'm going to be using because I have a little bit left. Black pepper is fine too. Use what you got, right? Now I like parsley flakes in there. If you don't like parsley, don't use it. This is just generic. You can tweak it however you like. Then I have my salt. I'm just going to grind this in. And the fun thing about cooking is it's all about what you like. So I don't like to measure anything because I can always add more of something later. So now I have the olive oil I got at the farmer's market, and I'm just going to cover it in, and that's going to add some more flavor. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my hand in and I'm just going to mix it around. Remember, wet and dry hand. You want to just mix it around with any marinade. Sometimes it's easier to do it in a bag because you can have both dry hands, seal it, and then kind of like move it around with your fingers. But I'm just gonna do it like this because it's fun. And you can marinate whatever you like and just keep it all in your fridge, and that way you can cook it whenever you need to. Hi you guys! So we're going to be cooking up our chicken bits we've been marinating. I'm not going to put a lot of oil, but I'm just going to put just like a little dollop of fresh oil just to get the pan going. So I'm going to start it on a medium heat. There we go, a medium heat just to get the pan going, get it hot and ready. And then I'm just going to dump this in there once the pan is hot. We want our oil to kind of move around like water. And that's how we know our pan is ready to start the party. So I'm just going to dump this in, just like that. Perfect. Throw this in the wash. And I'm now just going to move these around so we can cook evenly. So these are our chicken bits that we're going to use for a salad or just to healthy munch on, or maybe even like a grab and go lunch snack. That way we don't have to cut them up. They're already perfect sized. So here we go. We're just going to let this cook and get all tasty. Perfect. So we're just going to let this get all yummy and cooked. So my chicken is done cooking. I'm just going to turn it off. I am going to put the chicken in a separate container. That way it's an easy grab as you go while you're going throughout your week. So I'm going to do that right now with a spoon because I still want some of the oils because that has some of the flavor. But I don't want all of it. So I'm just going straight from pan to dish. And I'm just going to let it cool before I put it in the refrigerator because I don't want to put anything hot in the refrigerator. I don't want to shock it. We're not like blanching vegetables or anything. Alright, so that's pretty much our chicken. That's really easy to do. And so fast to do while our main course is cooking. I like to meal prep. So the more I can do in one day, the better. That way I only have to clean the kitchen a couple times a week instead of every night.